Happy Friday, guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Dubs. I'm your host, Bill T. Well, it's Friday, and you know what that means? Another podcast coming out for you guys, and this one is coming. This podcast in particular is being recorded on both coasts at the same time and in Las Vegas. So I'm doing a three-way call with the owner and the builder, and that particular call is with Cali Springer, who had a car built called Disciplined Child, and the car builder, which is Alvin Lawrence, and he's out of Florida, and he's got a shop called Fanatic. So you guys can follow him on Instagram. And this car was one of the vehicles that I'd seen over at the Niagara Falls show. Super, super clean 55 oval. Started out life as kind of a cow looker, just a cool street cruiser. Had a really nice interior done in it. And then, he wanted to EFI the motor, ends up talking to the builder. And Alvin over there was like, you know what, let's just do, you want big power, you want reliability, let's put in a Subaru swap in it. And I know a lot of people are kind of anti-Subaru swap and stuff like that, but, I guess it depends on what your long-term goal is. And these guys living in Florida, and they're both from the Virgin Islands. These two guys, they're all about like plush deluxe and getting it up to modern technology, which I can't fault them on, air conditioning, all that stuff. What's interesting in this particular build, he talks about what he had to do to modify a full electric Tesla air conditioning system inside this car. They actually the compressor, right, mated that with a Gilmore Enterprise air handler, and apparently this bug will freeze you out without even the motor on. So that's pretty rad. They did a full-blown over-the-top stereo system in there. I mean, the car is really, really well built, and they did custom wheels on it as well. So, again, the hobby continues to keep evolving, and things like this grab my attention. So wanted to get these guys on there. And to boot, I don't know if you got your holiday plan set for this week, for this year end, right? But after one crazy weekend in October, they've got a big show popping off down in the Virgin Islands in St. Croix, and it's going to be the VI Bug Out. That's going to be taking place December 27th, 28th, and January 1st. They've got a meet and greet car show, ride out. They got a coast race, a test and tune, match race, and more. So this is going to be the third year they're doing this, and it's going to be popping. There's cars from Puerto Rico. You'll hear about it in the podcast. There's all kinds of stuff. Looks like I made my holiday plans for my family vacation. So if you guys are looking for something to do to bring in the new year, man, why not do it in St. Croix, around a bunch of Volkswagens at a big Jam and VW show. So I'm looking forward to that. Pretty excited. But we've also got one crazy weekend happening this year. And I'll give you more info on one crazy weekend on the back end of the podcast. But don't forget, guys, support those who support Let's Talk Dubs. VW Trends Magazine, a magazine for the people, by the people. Go subscribe today so you don't miss any more issues at VWTrendsMagazine.com. Also, go check out my buddies, Jason and Jared over at Ross Wolf, constantly working on evolving new and innovative products for the VW scene. These guys are always working and up to something in the scene. Latest they've come up with is the Viton gaskets for your pushrod tube seals, as well as your sump. Get a sump kit, get a lock and dipstick, go get some velocity stacks. They got tons of cool stuff, anodized finish, high quality parts. Go check them out today at rosswolf.com. Also, Icon pistons. You guys want top quality, high performance pistons. There's only one piston to go with, and that's Icon pistons. Currently, they're made in 85.5, 92s, and 94s, 3 different pin heights. Go check them out. Where are you going to buy Icon pistons at? Well, I'm going to tell you that in just a minute, but first, let me pump up the pistons a little bit. These are made from 4032 alloy, which allows you to run tighter piston-to-wall clearances, so you can get down, keep that compression, and make that motor put out maximum power. They've got 2 1.5 millimeter top rings and then a 4 millimeter bottom ring, which makes getting new rings for these things a lot easier. And also each piston gets M42 skirt coating to protect against dry startups, as well as give an extra layer of protection. The skirt profile is optimized for stability and performance in boxer engines. And how would these guys know? Because these guys make millions of pistons every year. And now the Big Boy Piston Company put out a line because there's a VW dude that snuck in through the back door and said, hey, boss, let's make some Volkswagen pistons. So the highest performance pistons that you can get right now, Icon pistons. Go get them checked out today. Where can you buy these Icon pistons? Type E Motorsports, CB Performance, RevMaster, the Dub Shop, and Churco Performance. So go check it out today. You want the best pistons? Make sure you only get Icon pistons. Well, we're about to get into the podcast, but a couple things I'll be working on coming up here. Drag George in the studio this weekend. We'll do a roundtable. Just kind of, we'll talk about some of the events that I've been on and what he's been up to in the shop, what he's doing to get ready for One Crazy Weekend, and lots more. So we got tons of stuff coming up for you guys. So keep you up to date and listening. And there's lots happening out there. So I'm looking forward to unloading some more information on you guys, but the shows are coming this year. I think, we're like at peak VW shows, man, with just some of the cool shows that are going to be upcoming and happening. And one of those shows that's going to be happening this weekend coming up, it is the US 131 Eurofest in Martin, Michigan. So that's happening Sunday, July 20th, guys. It's 2 days away. So get your tickets now. For more information, go to Facebook and search US 131 with no spaces, US 131, and then type in Eurofest, and you'll be able to check it out. They got lots of stuff coming up. It looks like the car show, swap meet, drag races, all kinds of stuff happening over there. So make sure you guys go check it out if you're in the Midwest. It's something for you guys to do to get that VW fix filled in. And don't forget to let them know Let's Talk Dubs sent you. So I'll also send them some shirts and stuff to give out. So looking forward to getting some feedback on that show, see how it was. So you guys in the Midwest, man, hold it down for us. Make sure you guys have a good time. Send me lots of pictures, and I'm excited for you guys to have an event out there. So now let's get into it, guys. We're going to talk to two guys from the Virgin Islands. One's a car owner, one's a car builder, and they definitely did it with the VI Flare, man. And I'm telling you, if you guys have not seen stuff that's been built in the Virgin Islands, these guys with the island style do some pretty dope stuff, especially my guys from the VI. They like that technology. They like to just bring it to today's level. And this car that they built, there's a picture in the description. It is a super, super clean car. So 55 oval, Subi powered, air conditioning, the whole 9 yards, and air ride. I mean, this thing is dope on a rope. So let's get into it. The car, 55 oval, disciplined child, owned by Cali Springer, built by Auto Fanatic, Alvin Lawrence, on this week's Let's Talk Dubs.
You probably don't know that there's a new Volkswagen out that doesn't look like a Volkswagen. It's got everything that people who like the bug like.
Okay, everybody. So on today's show, when I was out in Niagara Falls last week, you might have seen the video that you saw on YouTube. If you haven't, go and check it out. But there was a pretty dope 1955 Beetle out there called Discipline Chop. Now, this car had ticked all the boxes for me, and it specifically was one of those things where it was Subaru powered, interior was tight. I mean, whole car had been gone through, electric air conditioning, the whole 9 yards. So on today's show, I've got Cali Springer, who's the owner of the car and also promoter of a show in the Virgin Islands, as well as Alvin Lawrence, who's the owner and proprietor of Auto Fanatic. And we've got these guys on the podcast today. So, guys, welcome to the podcast. How are you guys?
Thank you, man.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so good day, guys. So let's kind of get into this real quick with respect to the car, right? So, Alvin, you're the builder, you're the owner of Auto Fanatic, right?
Yes.
And then Cali, you're the guy. You're the guy who owns the car, and you guys connected. How did the two of you connect for this build?
He built a dune buggy with a Subaru motor.
Uh-huh.
So I called inquiring about fuel injection for a bug engine, and he said, you might as well go Subaru. I can make it cheaper. You buy the engine, let me worry about fitting it in. So that's what we did.
And then when you sent the car to Alvin, what was the condition of the car when you got it?
The car was actually beautiful. It was not too long been restored. It actually came with the interior 100% done. It came with a brand new motor in it. That's actually a picture of how the car came to me. And it was a really nice car. It was a lot nicer than I was expecting to be. And then we got into it. and changed every single thing that was just done to it before.
Yeah. And so now, Alvin, Cali, what was your plan when you originally got the car? Just swap the motor?
I was really and truly, I had a nice motor in it, but I wanted something that I could drive and no leaks, no carburetor popping. So Alvin sold me on the Subaru, and that was it. Once he did that, I was like, you know what, let's go. So I gathered up the money and bought the engine, and the rest is history. It just started turning into a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And so, and Alvin, you were at the show in Niagara. You had two cars there. You had a Subaru powered Manx, and then you had this Subaru powered. You had Disciplined Child there. Now, a couple things.
Yes.
Your kind of forte is to do the Subaru stuff. Like that's your flavor.
I actually build custom cars, whether it be. I started off in mini truck. I do a lot of custom motorcycles. I do mini trucks. I do a lot of old school hot rod stuff. And that's kind of where the flavor came into building this Volkswagen. I'm not necessarily Subaru flavored guy. It just turns out that that's where it's leaning towards. All my Volkswagen customers come to me to mostly do an engine swap, to make something that they can jump in, drive, reliable, and a lot of horsepower.
And so at your shop out of Fanatic, where are you located?
I'm in Sanford, Florida.
And what's the closest city to that?
I am northeast of Orlando.
Okay.
By maybe 25 minutes.
And so in your business, you do all kinds of cars, doesn't matter if it's a mini truck, a donk, a bug, whatever you work on. Somebody wants it customized, you work on it.
That's me. Yes, sir.
I like it. And so what's the, you went right directly with Cali. You went right away, just said, listen, if you're going to spend the money on EFI and do all that, why don't you just do a Subaru? Now, what's been your history with doing the Subaru swaps?
I first did that. My biggest Subaru swap was initially done probably 8 years ago. And, which was actually that other buggy that I took to Niagara Falls. When I initially built that car, it was a CB Performance turbocharged EFI air-cooled motor. It actually ran pretty good, but the guy I had built that car for, turns out that he had built a third garage just to park his buggy, got it all painted, color matched with a nice burgundy stripe in his garage, everything specifically for that buggy.
Yeah. Parked
it in there and came 2 or 3 days later and there was a little puddle of oil on the ground, which is, hey, common to Volkswagen stuff.
Right.
He did not want that. He's like, there's no way I'm going to spend all this money and have to put a piece of cardboard under my car.
Right.
I mean, initially, that's when we decided to try something different. And the Subaru thing, I actually deal with a company, Outfront Motorsport, out of California, and they're the one that builds all my motors when it comes to Subaru. And from the time I did that, and saw how reliable it was, how much more horsepower we had, and how much more fun that car was to drive. From that point, it seems like I became the guy to take your Volkswagen to and put a Subaru motor in it and make it fun.
Yeah. And then, with, on your side, Cali, right? When he tells you you're going to go Subaru, what's your thought right out of the gate?
No, it was a no-brainer because I saw the way that Doom buggy took off, and I was like, yeah. So I called Rancho, and I told Rancho what I was doing, and he told me, I'll make you a nice transmission. Let's do it. So we took it from there.
And then now here's the weird part, right? So you live in the Virgin Islands, you work in Long Beach, and how'd you end up connecting with Alvin in Florida?
My brother-in-law and him, I know Alvin from home, but I didn't know he was in Orlando.
Oh, you know him from the Virgin Islands?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so...
Well, Cali, you think you live in the Virgin Islands now?
Yeah, I told him my house is in.
Oh,
So
okay.
he knows that I'm moving. He knows I'm going back forward. I'm traveling all the time.
And now with so you had no questions about that. Now you guys did quite a few other modifications to the car. Now walk me through the different modifications that you've done on this car to make it do, because the car got air conditioning set up in it, and I didn't see any air conditioning compressor on the motor.
Correct. I actually adapted electric AC compressor from a company called Quali Air, who actually makes the compressors for Teslas. And I got talking to the guy who runs the manufacturing facility for these compressors, kind of gave him an idea of what I wanted to do, and he was willing to sell me a compressor and made sure that I made note of everything I did as long as I got it to work, which I did. It was not easy taking the motherboard and all the electronics from that Tesla compressor and wiring it into
the ones that he sent us wrong.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, go ahead. Cali got to put us on mute. That's all right.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So having to convert that compressor and get all the wiring to work through the Volkswagen wiring was a little difficult task, but I got it to work. I was able to use a handler from Gilmore Enterprises who actually makes AC systems for the Volkswagens. So the only thing I bought from them was the handler that bolted up under the dashboard, because that's one less thing I had to make from scratch.
Right.
And just kind of wire his stuff into the electric AC compressor. I actually have Porsche 911 condensers mounted under the car in a complete tray that I all handmade myself. So everything on the car is pretty much one-off stuff. It ain't gonna find it sitting on a shelf anywhere.
Yeah. Now the car sits static. There's no air on the car. It's got air on it. Suspension.
It does have air on the car. I actually built my own front end underneath that car. So it's not even the original I-beam in there anymore. I built my own shock towers and all that stuff on that car.
Oh, really?
And yes. And I'm running Ride Tech custom built me a set of ear struts for the car, front and rear. So that's what the car is sitting on.
Nice. So that car's got, I mean, by the time you got it, you did the motor, you swapped out, put another transaxle in there. And then as far as the stereo system, was that all done when you got it?
I built everything. It didn't come. The car initially came to me to do stereo. And then it waterfalled into everything else.
Yeah, it looks like it took a pretty serious turn. I mean, based on what we got here, it looks like it. I mean, you did full custom on everything in it, you know. So
everything.
Now, what's the stereo system he's running in it?
It's a company called DS18. It's their high current amplifiers, the Pro line. It's all their mids, all their highs. It's 110-inch subwoofer in there, and there's 3 amplifiers that runs everything. And then I'm running a Bluetooth head unit that mounted on the column inside one of the gauge pod, so it looks kind of like a gauge in there.
Right.
So all the stereo is all custom built kick panels, custom built speaker box, LED light rings, but everything's from a company called DS18.
Nice. Yeah, it looks. I mean, this is a pretty serious. It's a pretty serious build up in here. So now, Cali, how long have you had this car?
I bought this car around COVID. The guy was getting a divorce, and he needed cash right away. So I told him, I said, I got the money. He said, I don't have the title. My wife have the title. I said, okay, no problem. She can keep the title. I'll get the title. So I bought the car in, I think, 2020, 2019, right around COVID time. And I had always I wanted to go, but I didn't want to look like everybody. I didn't want to look like JFK, DK. I wanted to be me.
Right.
So I did me, and that's where I'm at. Right. I stopped counting. Don't ask how much money in there.
Yeah.
I stopped counting.
You can't put a price. You can't put a price on being an individual, right? Having your own style over here. Now, with respect to the wheels,
right.
what's the wheel setup on it?
I actually contacted Budnik Wheels and had them build a custom set of one-off wheels for it based on the specs that I gave them. And another thing, that's from being in a hot rod scene and a mini truck scene. I've been dealing with Budnik for a lot of years, and when I contacted them about building a set of wheels for this car, we actually have not built a set of wheels for a Volkswagen before. So it actually went to Niagara Falls with the Budnik wheels on it. And that's the first show that I took it to with those wheels. I had the wheels sitting in my shop just waiting for a reason to put them on.
And then, so you get the wheels by Budnik. What size the wheel tire setup on it?
I'm running a staggered fitment. There's 17 sevens up front, 18 sevens in the rear. And I'm running a 215/40/17 up front and a 215/40/18 in the rear.
Yeah, nice. Now, what's the so you did that. Now with the electric air compressor, where is the electric air compressor on the car?
Because I built my own front end, I was able to make a mount up under the front end, so the compressor is actually sitting on the passenger side on the front beam under the gas tank.
And now that you got electric AC done in the car, what's your thoughts on doing that? I mean, like, is that now a new thing you're going to start doing because you just like that you don't got to add no accessories to it, and it's a turnkey deal? Or, I mean, it obviously didn't seem, it's not that turnkey, right?
It's not that turnkey, but being that I did it on this car and it worked out great, this is my go-to from now on. The only disadvantage that running this electric AC gives you is it requires a big amount of amperage to run correctly.
Right.
The issue with that and doing it on an air-cooled motor where the biggest alternator on a doghouse style fan shroud you can get is 90 amps. 90 amps isn't enough to run the compressor that I have on that car.
Oh, wow.
So if you were running a Bernie Bergman style shroud, which you can do a upgraded Chevy alternator with higher amperage,
yeah,
good to go. But on a air-cooled doghouse style VW alternator, I don't even think I would recommend anybody to do it because it's definitely going to pull more amperage than that alternator could put out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with the alternator that's on that Subaru motor, what's the output on the alternator for the Subaru?
I actually had a high output alternator built. So there's a 240 amp alternator on it right now.
Oh, really? 240 amp alternator. And now with that,
yes,
the car obviously has to be, did you think about doing it? Was there a need for a second battery or any of that stuff?
Oh, I could run that compressor without even turning the motor on.
Really? And it'll run and cool that car and all that stuff, huh?
Oh yes, definitely. I could turn the key on at a car show in a parking lot without actually turning the motor over and have more than enough AC in that car.
Oh wow. So
as a matter of fact, building, if I had to do another one, I could have ran a smaller compressor because with this having 3 positions, the number 1 position at some point gets too cold for the car.
No way. No way.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
And then with this car, like once you put it all together like this, and this is an NA motor, right? There's no turbo on this setup, right?
Correct. It's an NA motor, but it's not a stock motor. It's fully ported polished intake. It's actually a stroker motor. So it probably rests at a 2.7 liter motor right now, but no, it's a fully built motor. It's a bigger throttle body. It's bigger intake tubes. It's bigger and I built everything. I built the exhaust for the car. It's bigger primary headers, and all that good stuff that comes with it.
Now, we've had John on the podcast before from Outfront Motorsports, because this is a conversion a lot of people do now.
Oh, nice.
Is the exhaust on here is custom also?
Yes.
So
yes.
And then with the Subaru setups like this, you normally have to do a shortened oil pan on there. So is that something that John tells you, or you had to custom modify it?
No, he does all my oil pan setups for me, and it's actually a bigger oil pan than stock. I have him cut the section of the oil pan and add like an extra quart of capacity to it.
Oh, really? Now,
yeah, he does that on all my motors.
Now, how big is the radiator on the car, and where is the radiator?
The radiator on this particular job, which was actually the first time I've done it like this, it's behind the motor. I actually took and cut the original firewall of that car.
Yeah.
I built an entirely new firewall. It's all bead rolled. It looks all original, but it's moved forward about 7 inches to give me enough room to do my electric fan, the radiator, and the tunnel before or in front of the fan to get the air circulating through the fan.
So when you get it all finished, what's the shakedown like on the car? Or does it run cool, stays right at the temp it's supposed to?
Yes, the thing's mean, man. And with the air conditioner on, with all the stereo playing, and the car sitting in traffic. A matter of fact, I was just telling Cali, I took it out for another run last Saturday, and it gets up to about 192 degrees.
Oh, wow.
And stays there.
Now, Cali, have you driven this car yet?
Oh, yeah. I flew down to drive it the first day and almost pulled the oil pan off. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So you got on it pretty good when you got in the car.
It had so much power, so I didn't know what to expect, and I just, like a donkey, just jumped and just did the wrong thing. But it was okay, and I got it out of me real quick. So
yeah.
And then I'll just say, okay, I'll fix the shocks. We had some Q18s on there. We've been through like 6 or 7 pairs of shocks before we went to air. So we've been through some money in shocks on that car.
And now the whole front and rear suspension is all air suspension on it, or just the rear?
All air.
Everything, front and rear.
So when you drive the car, you raise it up a little bit, so you got plenty of ground clearance, and then you just get on it. You just hammer on it pretty good. Now, what's the air system you got on there?
It's by a company called AVS. It's called Evolve. It's an Evolve manifold that operates front and rear. There's 2 switches in there. Running a 3-gallon air tank, aluminum air tank, and a Viair compressor.
Nice. And it runs up pretty good. It has no problem keeping up with everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everything works good. We did try a different combination before, which didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. So I kind of had to go back to my archives and stick to what I know with all the mini truck stuff and all the automotive stuff. And that's when I contacted Ridetech and had them build a strut for me.
So you gave them the specifications of what you need for the shock, and they built that exactly to your standard.
Yes, sir.
And now, how'd you come up with the compression and all that kind of stuff based on what you had for weight? How'd you come up with those calculations?
Just from experience and me doing a lot of air ride suspensions, I was able to weigh the car and measure the car and figure out what my geometry needs to be and how much degrees I have to lean the shock and all that stuff.
Now,
which worked out pretty decent.
Yeah, well, and it looks like the rear quarter windows look like split window quarter windows on those. Those custom made, or those aren't split, are they?
Yes, they are.
The rear pop outs. So Callie, that was you saying, listen, we got this much money in the car. I can't just put regular pop outs. I got to put the split window pop outs on
Okay.
it.
The thing is, I have the original. I have the OG pop outs for that car.
Uh-huh.
The rubber doesn't sit as good, so I asked Alvin if he could put the split ones in and make them seal so no water gets inside. He said, "I'll try," and then that's history done.
So
I have 2 sets of windows still left over.
And you like the split window setup. Now, what's the name of the car? Disciplined Child. Give me the background on where you come up with the name for the car and all this.
Okay, there's 2 things about that name. That name, Disciplined Child, is from my son.
Uh-huh.
He's very disciplined, so I named it Disciplined Child. And then there's a guy named Jacob Miller, a reggae singer.
Mm-hmm.
He sings a song, Disciplined Child. And, just in how the world is going right now, I said, and let me just name the car Disciplined Child so kids can understand. You've got to be very disciplined to own a car like that. If every screw has been turned on that car,
Yeah. No, I dig it.
I didn't want it to be attention to detail because everybody has that. So I wanted to be different.
And for some of those that don't really know, can you explain the design, the airbrushing on the rear deck lid?
Okay, that is the Emperor Haile Selassie from Ethiopia. So he has a lot of history with Rastafari and our culture. So I just wanted to. Back in the days, they used to put that in all their cars so people could understand. Like you want to get your point across, you put it on the back of your car and let everybody read it while you drive by. So it's just an old thing from back in the days, from the 80s.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're preaching to the choir. With Zorba the Gia that just came out, I got a lot of Greek flair on the car. The mural on the roof is Greek style. It's got Greek keys in the interior. So it's interesting how a lot of us that were young kids back in the 80s looking at these cars, where each one of these cars was like a personal expression of kind of how that car connects to you and how you represent yourself into the car hobby. So I definitely dig that.
Bill, this car, believe it or not, I got center lines, I got cut face, gold and brown. I mean, I got like maybe 8 sets of wheels for this car until Alvin stopped it and said, "Okay, let's just build a one-off wheel and we'll be all right."
Yeah. No, that's the funny part is, now they have, as I don't know if you've seen Zorba the Gia, my car, but that's got one-off wheels. Like we live in a market we live in an industry of automotive stuff where we can customize these cars to the point where it's like, and I think this one stands for, right? Like you got custom wheels, Subaru swap, electric AC, you got the custom air suspension on there. Like everything you got on this car is like custom to the nth degree. I mean, I don't know what more you could customize and it still be a Volkswagen, right? Like it's got that perfect look. It's got that killer stance. I mean, the whole car is just a fantastic car, man. And I've seen it in person when I saw it in Niagara and I saw the detail on the finish. And this is really an incredibly well-built car, man. So, hats off to both you guys, Cali for having the intestinal financial fortitude to see it through. And then Alvin for a guy who can deliver the goods when it comes to having an idea and executing it to where it's just top level, because everything on this car is top level, man. So definitely, for these guys that haven't seen this car, it's definitely a car to really, really check it out. And, and you didn't lose a lot of the flavor because you got a lot of the accessories. You got the bumper bracket covers. You've got the right-hand mirror. I mean, you got a lot of, they got the bee catcher or the vent up top. You got a lot of the old school flair on it. So it kind of has that vibe, you know what I mean? So I like the rear stoplight it's got on there. There's just a lot of really, sometimes people go crazy when they go custom with a car and they just kind of lose. It doesn't even connect with Volkswagen people anymore. And I think you showed this.
That's right.
If you got any Volkswagen person in this car and you took them for a ride, you didn't open the engine compartment, and you took them for a ride, they saw they felt the suspension, the air conditioning, the power, they'd be like, I need this. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's built with all the modern day upgrades that you, in my opinion, would be just the ultimate upgrades to do on a Volkswagen. You know, with the AC, the new motor, you know, all that stuff. I think is just killer. So, you know, I think Alvin, this is kind of like the blueprint. Yeah, this car.
Yes, sir.
So the next time somebody brings you a Volkswagen, it's going to be like, here's what we need to do because it all just came together on this car here. Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
now, Cali, talking to you now.
Yes, sir.
You've got, you know, you put on a show in the Virgin Islands. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we do VI Bug Out in St. Croix every December. I think this year is 27th, 28th.
Yeah.
And the 31st, we do a big show down there in the islands. I mean, it's massive. I think we're bringing 25 cars from St. Thomas, 6 from Tortola, 8 from Puerto Rico, and maybe 15 from the mainland, from Florida.
Oh, wow.
So it's yeah. I'm actually, Alvin is sending you something to blow your mind. I think we spoke about it earlier today. We're sending you something so you could get a little better idea what's going on. You know.
Yeah.
A preview. Yes.
Yeah.
What I want you to do, Bill, I need to get your address so I can ship this thing to you.
Okay.
And just to give you a heads up and an idea of what to expect and the caliber of the cars that's there.
Yeah.
And I want to get that out to you.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, I'm looking forward to it. I think, you know, I talked to the wife when I was up there talking to Chad, and he kind of laid it out for me. He said, man, there's a show in the VI. And then, you know, I got some friends down in the VI, you know, my boy Boogie and Kawisi Howard, like both of those cats I met in Southern California a long time ago, as well as I did with Cali back in the day. And it's like, when I talked to Chad, he says, man, there's a show that's popping in the VI. You got to check it out. I said, man, and now with me, like taking my car to all these places all over, you know, Southern California, I'm going to be headed up to Canada soon with the car. I thought, man, I'm going to try to ship my car down there and see about coming across, because that would be, I mean, what better to do than to go there in the Virgin Islands. Not only are you one of the nicest vacation spots in the world, but you got your Volkswagen with you, and you got a Volkswagen show, and you're around a bunch of Volkswagen people. I mean, I think to me, that seems like an incredible opportunity, and I'm looking forward to trying to work that out and make that happen with you guys, because I think that would be
nice. That
would be the business. Because then I get confused. I'm thinking, well, maybe I should just bring Zorba down there so we get to bring Zorba out to the island, because that car is, you know, it's another one that's just something that's a really nice car to see in person, you know. So
yes,
currently working on my game plan of what I'm bringing out there. But
if you saw under the floor, we have wood floor under the bug, on the flooring, in the color of the car. I don't know if you saw that, but
no, he didn't.
A lot of work in that car.
You got wood floor inside the bug?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's wild, man. And so what was the impetus for the wood floor?
Because we have a lot of sand, and I plan to spend a lot of time by the beach. So if you have the wood floor, it's so much easier to get the sand off the wood than getting it in the carpet.
Yeah.
So that's why we went that route. But
you know, and I saw
if you know, you know.
Yeah, and I saw Alvin with the let's see this one here. When he did the buggy, he used some of that boat decking on the floor, which I thought was a really it's a real creative way of having a durable interior that's not just metal, but it's almost like it's perfect that it fits on this buggy, because it's like it's kind of like a boat, right? Like you're in and out of it all the time, you know. So yeah, I think and I love seeing new creative ways that people are coming at the scene, because for so long, I mean, everything's been so the same, and there's a little bit of coolness for like the throwing back to some of the back in the day stuff. But I really love that you guys are just going after it with the modern technology on these cars, man. It's just awesome. So,
nice.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll, we're definitely going to connect and next time we're on the car, we're going to have to do a whole video on the car, and I'll be there for sure in December checking it out and hitting us up. Now, Cali, people want to check out how do they get information on the show and the VI?
They can go on my Instagram. I posted on my Instagram. I'm going to post it on Alvin's Instagram.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Randy's two-time Instagram. More likely they could go on Cali's Barbecue, and it's on there.
Yeah.
That's another business that I have that I post everything on.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
So Cali's Barbecue is another thing you're involved in over there.
I smoke. I smoke heavy.
So I think the list is shorter. Like, what don't you do, right? Like,
man, I come from the islands, man. We got to do what we got to do, you know?
You got to have 3 jobs, right?
Yeah. I'm a horseman. I'm a dogman. I'm a fisherman. You know, I do it all. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, no, I dig it, man.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to coming out to this event and checking it out. I'm looking for the message I got from Chad where he had sent me the flyer, and what's he?
I have it again. I'll send you the new updated one with the sponsors. I got to talk to Dan. I'm gonna try to get a hold of him today from Hot VW Trends and see what his wants and do's are. I'll try to get him down there. I try to get Hot VW, but they don't know what they're missing out, but they're about to find out.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Let's Talk Dub's gonna take it to the world. We're gonna let them know. We're gonna let them know what's happening over here at the VI Bug Out, man. So that's happening December 27th, 28th, and January 1st. So if you guys are looking to spend Christmas in the islands, man, that's where you got to be. Because, what better, right? Take the wife out, get her happy, take her to the nice, clear blue water out there. And then
it's gonna be great. We got some plans for you guys. Don't worry, you'll see. Actually, I'm gonna send you a preview so you understand.
Yeah.
How we're very hospitality. We don't play, you know.
No, I love it, man. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a great event because it looks like at the car show you guys have a meet and greet. Tell me about there's a test and tune and like a coast race and some ride outs. What's all this that's going on at the event?
Oh yeah, we do a big coast race from the courthouse down to the end of the block. I mean, it's about 500 feet, but it's bad. We're doing it for big money too. We're not paying $200. I think we're doing it 500 and 600 and 800 and $1,000 for first place winners. So we're giving away a lot of prizes and cash. So it's gonna be really, really nice. I mean, last year it was the hit of the show. You know, we didn't believe it. I mean, it was unbelievable how many people attended for that thing.
No, listen, I'm thinking a lot of people go to Hawaii for Christmas and stuff like that. My thought is like, I think they need to go to the VI now and get down with some of this Volkswagen action that's happening over there. I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah, don't forget about the food. We got good food too. Don't get it twisted. We got good food.
No, for sure, man. Well, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, French food.
And listen, I'm gonna start. We're gonna start promoting this thing for you guys and helping you get the word out, man. And hopefully, we can overflow the island with a bunch of people that are out there checking out this big event. And then, Alvin, I definitely appreciate you taking some time with us. And if people want to check you out, you're at Auto Fanatic on Instagram, right? And it's FINATIK.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Correct.
So, and that's yours.
Yeah. FANATIK.
Yeah. And then Cali, you're at Cali Barbecue on Instagram, right?
Yeah, actually today I'm gonna do mine. My actual Instagram page is gonna be called Bug Fanatic. It's just gonna be on Instagram, and I'll post everything on that. That's my page that I'm doing. Bug Fanatic.
Perfect. Well, guys, I'm glad you took some time to get on here. We could talk about the cars, talk about the build, and talk about the VI, the Virgin Islands Bug Out, man. It's happening December 28th through January 1st. And as when you guys give me more information, man, for sure I want to get out here and do what I can to promote this show for you guys and help you guys get the word out. Because I think
Bill, it's on the 28th. Look on the flyer. It's the 28th of December.
Yeah.
So it's right there, 27th, right after Christmas.
That's it.
Then you still party until all the way into New Year's.
That's it, man. Bringing the New Year 2026 big style in the Virgin Islands and St. Croix, right? So that's
yeah. I mean, we'll have all the islands there. You know, St. Thomas, Tortola, maybe some cars from St. John too, and Puerto Rico. So it's a very big boat show. It's not every greed of life is in that show. You'll see.
I love it, man. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Well, hey, thanks for coming on today, guys, and spending some time with us. And for sure, we'll be in touch after the podcast for sure.
All righty.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Well, if you like that podcast, and I'm sure you did, make sure you subscribe to Let's Talk Dubs so that you never miss an episode. Also, if you like it and you want to do me a favor, share the podcast with all your friends so that they've got something cool to listen to get their VW fix. If they're down and out, car's not running, get them some motivation to get their car on the road. So that's what we're here for. Also, one crazy weekend, October 2nd to the 4th, the Orleans Hotel and Casino. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday event. You guys won't want to miss it. Make sure you get here. A lot of people rolling out on Wednesday, but Thursday we got the meet and greet. There's also going to be taking place the poker run, and we'll probably have something surprise happening in the evening. But the top deck of that parking lot on a night like that with the strip views are going to be incredible. Also, Friday is going to be a bowling tournament. We might have some surprise guests for that bowling tournament, but with the bowling tournament, we're going to be getting registration up there on the website in the next couple of weeks. So if you think you can bowl, get out here and bowl with some of the guys from the Wagon, Ross Wolf, all these guys. A lot of guys in the VW world are bowlers. So that'd be a good time. Topping that night off is going to be the world famous strip crew. So that's going to be really, really exciting. There'll be also some special stuff that you guys can do that will be coordinated with local places that you can leave the parking lot, go throughout Vegas, check out a couple places, get some local discounts to get there. And Saturday is the car show. Big car show on Saturday with $1,000 for best of show. So best of show, there's going to be a specific category for the heavy hitters. If you want your car to be judged by a panel of judges and go for best of show, then anybody in the best of show category is not in the running for the top 20. So if you're going for best of show, which is $1,000 cash prize, not to mention custom billet trophy built by Type 1 Restorations, we're looking for the baddest Volkswagen out here. So if you think you got it, bring it out. And then after the car show, the world famous poker run. We give away a few $1,000s in cash after you drive yourself all over Vegas. Have a great time with a bunch of Volkswagen people. Come back to the hotel and we peel off cash money for the best hand. Best poker hands, top 3 hands get paid out. Plus, there's some other secret ways that you can make some money that are surprise that you guys will figure out during the poker run. So it's going to be an exciting weekend. So one crazy weekend. For more information, go to letstalkdubs.com. Letstalkdubs.com. Register today for one crazy weekend. I have a video coming out on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I got a video coming out of a full carbon fiber bus. That's right, a full carbon fiber bus. I'll be publishing that video this weekend sometime, so I want you guys to go check it out. And I'm excited for you guys to see it. Be the first one to bring it to you. It might be a one crazy weekend. You never know, guys. There's lots happening. There's going to be quite a few cars debuting, not just the 80s cars, but some other cars are going to be debuting. So looking forward to that. I'm excited about the whole weekend, and you guys should be too. So make sure you guys go get your rooms booked. The room booking cutoff will cut off 30 days before the event. This is a hotel. This isn't some backyard motel somewhere. This is a hotel. They do big business. So if you guys want to get your room on lock, go reserve your room today. Go, and the link is at letstalkdubs.com. Click on the Showtime tab, and then you can get your room booked. You can get everything situated right there. So looking forward to that, guys. And until next week, later.
You probably don't know that there's a new Volkswagen out that doesn't look like a Volkswagen.